Hello friends from Dirt Cookie Cutter. Today I'm bringing you a new video, where I'll explain some of the new features in Dirt Cookie Cutter. And I'll also show you how to create a crab-shaped cookie cutter. But before we begin, let's quickly review what we already know. We have the upload image option, which lets us load an image. Then there's image opacity, which allows us to adjust how transparent the image is. This is helpful because sometimes you might lose sight of a node you placed over the image. So, you can lower the opacity, find your node more easily, and continue outlining without losing visibility. We also have edit nodes, which lets you move nodes in case you didn't place them correctly. You can click on Bezier curve to curve the nodes based on your needs. There's also the undo option to remove the last node you created. And delete node, which lets you delete a selected node. For example, I select this node, click delete node, and it's gone. Here, you can also see the total number of nodes you've placed. You can adjust their size, make them bigger or smaller, and this also applies to the Bezier curve. Next, we have clear canvas, which clears everything on the canvas, including all the nodes you've placed. This is useful if you no longer like the image you used. You can simply clear the canvas, remove everything, and start again with a new image. You also have the diameter setting, which defines the size of your cookie cutter. It's available in 50 mm, 75, 125, and 150 mm. Then there's the edge option, where you can adjust the height, thickness, and width of the cutting edge. You can also adjust the height of the support, make it taller or shorter, and change the base thickness, depending on your needs. There's also the draw stamp option, but we'll use that later. Now, let's start outlining. I already have a saved project that's fully outlined. Remember, the tool has auto-save, so every time you place a point, it saves automatically. You also have Save Project, in case you want to continue later, and Load Project, to reopen your work. Now I'll load the little crab. You'll see this menu with three options: Replace Current, New Tab, and Cancel. Replace Current will replace what's currently on the canvas. New Tab opens a new canvas, and Cancel stops the action. In this case, I'll click Replace Current, and now I have my crab ready. Next, I go to Create Cutter to generate the cookie cutter. Then I can export it as an STL file, ready for 3D printing. And this is how it looks. Honestly, it turned out really nice. The crab looks cheerful. I really like it. You can also change the model color to preview how your cutter would look in different colors. I'll leave it in orange, it looks great. Now, if you also want to create the stamp, which is what I'll do, click on Draw Stamp. Here we have some familiar tools. There's Draw, which lets you place nodes. Each node is saved as part of a stroke. Right now, we're working on stroke 1. If I left-click, the stroke is saved, and a new one is created. This helps keep strokes organized, so they don't overlap, and allows us to outline the inside of the crab for the stamp. In cases like this part here, instead of outlining the entire edge, we can simply click once, twice, 3 times, then double-click to activate the Bezier curve. This is a quick shortcut, a pro tip, to save time. And that's it, now it's outlined. We go to 3D Preview. And we can see the crab's mouth already created. Here, you can also adjust the size, make it wider, or increase the relief to make it more visible. You can make it thicker or thinner. But generally, I use about 1 mm for width and 1.5 mm for relief. That way, the stamp is noticeable, but doesn't overlap too much, especially in tight areas, like the crab's eyes, where too much detail can look messy. Now, let's continue creating strokes. Remember, every click creates a new stroke, and each one will highlight so you know which stroke you're working on. If you click Clear Stroke, it removes all strokes and nodes inside. If you want to delete a specific stroke, you can do it here. Now I'll show you how to outline. Click once here, another click, and another, then double-click, curve it, and it's done. Now, left-click again to start a new stroke. Let's do the cheek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes. Then curve them as needed, and click to save. And in 3D preview, it looks like this. The cheek turned out really nice. Now, let's take a look at the finished crab. We click Replace Current, and as you can see, everything is outlined. The eyes, cheeks, arm details, mouth, and belly. Let's check the 3D preview. And here it is. The crab looks great, the relief is just right. I really like how the stamp turned out, and the cutter looks great too. So now, everything is ready. We simply click Download Cutter STL to get the cutter file, and download Stamp STL to get the stamp. Also, remember you have a user manual right here, where you can review all the tools, and what each one does, in case you have any questions. And up here, you can switch the language between English and Spanish, depending on what works best for you. And that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, the only limit is your imagination. See you next time, friends.